Hi, I'm Jeff Farnwell, Director of the MBA program at Rockford University. About 18 months ago, the Rockford Chamber of Commerce set out to make networking easier in Rockford by identifying area people you should know in business. Currently, 41 people have been recognized and celebrated as one of these people. This series of talks, held at Rockford University, was designed to provide a vehicle for the public to hear from and learn about each of the people you should know. I hope you enjoy this talk.
He is a registered architect with 30 years experience in the state of Illinois. He received his bachelor's degree in architecture from University La Gran Colombia in Bogota. He is the president architect of Saavedra Gehlhausen Architects. They've been there since 1991. Daniel has over 30 years of experience, as I say it, in architecture, and has developed a long series of architecturally significant projects. He's been involved in all phases of a project and has designed a great variety of significant buildings, including medical, religious, educational, corporate, industrial, and high-end residential facilities. And he has a very, very long list of accomplishments, and so I'm going to just give you a few of them. Otherwise, I told him I'd be talking longer than he is today. So, he is president of the Board of Trustees for the Rockford Art Museum. He's a member of the Coalition of Latino Leaders in the Rockford area. He is a revitalization segment leader for Transform Rockford. He's a past member of the following: Winnebago County Board of Health, Rockford Regional Chamber of Commerce Board, Visiting Nurses Board of Directors, Board of Directors of Keep Northern Illinois Beautiful, Board of Directors of La Voz Latina, Board of Directors of Rockford YMCA, Board Member of United Way of Rock River Valley, Northern Illinois Conference, Board of Trustees of the United Methodist Church, Administrative Council at Poplar Grove United Methodist Church, and past board member here at Rockford University Board of Trustees. Please welcome Daniel Saavedra. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm going to put you to sleep so we can see this a little bit better. So, thank you. I'm Dan Saavedra. Dan is how most of the people know me, not Daniel, or as they say in Spanish, Daniel. So I think it's better if it's Dan, because a lot of people confuse that. So thank you to the Rockford Chamber of Commerce to also allowing us to be in this incredible group and here. So there's a lot of people that participated on this, and it's a great honor and a privilege to be one of those. Something that I don't know if I am really one of those good members of this, but I will take that with respect and support my community the way that I have been since I arrived here in 1984 from Colombia, South America. In 91, I opened the firm here in Rockford, and we dedicate basically to 4 areas: medical, religious, education, and commercial architecture in our community. The firm has been published in different ways, but this is not why we do buildings. We do buildings to serve our clients well. Yes, we have received numerous awards and we have received things, but it's not the why we do it, but is we could not be architects if we didn't have a little bit of ego into those things. So we try to keep it and leave it in our offices. But this is one that is significant because significant and not very fair, I think. We were named as one of the Illinois AA 150, which is when the American Institute of Architects dedicated the 150 years. They selected 150 projects in the country, and each state selected 150 projects. We had the thing of having one of our projects in those 150 in Illinois, which is, I'd say, is not fair, because we have architects like Frank Lloyd Wright and other people that have done much, much better work. So, talking about green architecture and green practices in architecture is difficult to do it in 21 minutes as we have to do it here. However, we are going to show examples of many different things that we have done and how we have applied those green concepts in order to make our clients and the buildings that we do for them much better. This one is the when Practice Velocity, which is a software company that does software for immediate care billing, told us we purchased this All Calls building in 251, and we want to make that building the best building, completely different from anything that exists here. We converted it into something like this. We use a lot of, this is the facility, this is also the All Call buildings. We open some windows in here. The entire area is like that, and we have 300 people in this location. They wanted to be like Google. They wanted to be in that sense. So even they asked, they said, we need to have very good colors and very good things in this. And if you have not been in this facility, it's interesting to walk through. I don't know if you can just go there and knock it on the door and go, but it's a good thing to see it. Right here, these elements are solar tubes. We have approximately 43 solar tubes in the entire area. So all of this light that you see in this location here and all of that is approximately 70% coming from solar tubes. So they basically, and this is for the purpose of these are not even a professional photography, it's my photography, and for the purpose of doing this, we were doing the last one and I took these pictures. You have all of these lights on, but if you turn all of the lights on, you can still have a very good luminance and very good working surface in the spaces. This is an office that does a lot of collaborative things between every employee. So you have, this is a conference room, and you see it right there. So people from here come. Those are steel mesh nets that are determining the space of the conference room, but it's a very open space, and we have many other conference rooms in the building that allow for more formal conference rooms in that. Similar situation happened with when Roscrans did a national search for the renovation of the Ware Center when they moved from downtown to the old Eagle store. We developed the building on patient, treatment, and staff areas. If you know a little bit about the Ware Center, the staff needs to, sometimes it's difficult to have direct access to the patients, so they need to have, especially all of this area need to be protected. This is the Sun View, the old Eagle store, and we converted into this one. What they wanted to do is to have a complete open to the facility, a new fresh idea, a new fresh image in North Main. So, and the inside is very contemporary, very clean lines, and this is a good example that because people are homeless and they have mental illness, they do deserve the same high of level of design that any other person. So we need to treat the patients and the people that use these buildings with dignity, because they are humans and we need to do that, and not because they are homeless we have to do a cheaper or less expensive building in design. The building is not expensive, it's very economical, but we did a couple of things that bring a little bit of flavor into the space and give them a sense of place and a sense of dignity when they are being treated here. So patients, actually the building opens an hour and a half before patients start being started in their appointments, because, and especially in the winter, because there is no other place to come and be comfortable. We don't do a lot of residential. We do certain residents. It's very close to this college. It's right here in this area. I cannot disclose the, but it's in a 20-acre piece, and it's a really beautiful area. And this is how it used to be in the dining room, and this is what it was converted to. Very Frank Lloyd Wright, very craftsman. You see a lot of this is craftsman. Local artists here, Frank Houtkamp. I designed the stained glass based on what they have, and they did it that way. And this is the music room and the living room. The Regional Cancer Center for Swedish American Hospital. This has a really interesting thing that we need to be proud in Rockford, is the first LEED HC. LEED is Lead Environmental Energy and Design, and is the first healthcare building, healthcare certified cancer center in the country, perhaps in the world. And we have that here in Rockford. So when again the health system did a search for different architects and interview quite a few people in relation to how to bring a cancer treatment to patients into this area. University of Wisconsin was heavily involved in the search when that happened, and now they have merged. But my wife had cancer. And when I had the opportunity to go with my wife to be treated, I did not like what I saw. I did not like how it was done. So I wanted to make something different, so patients with cancer have a better environment, a better condition, and don't feel that they are stuck with a horrendous illness that they needed to see that there is possibility of in the future. Some survive, some don't, but we need to do our best to make the environment better. We have a meditation garden, so patients can come with a portable equipment and receive treatment as they walk here. The building is also provided as an image to the new face for Rockford, that we have great buildings in Rockford, and we can do type A buildings in Rockford, and we need to do these type of things. And it's a good image and provides a good image on I-90. This is a view from early in the morning. The building is done with very, very traditional materials, glass, stone, and wood, but used in a very contemporary approach. This is the lobby. The main intention of why having a lobby like this is to, when the patients come into this facility, do not feel threatened by an institution that is going to treat them. And we have a lot of artwork. We are bringing the prairie landscape that is here on the side. We bring all of those elements, and a local artist did that. But especially in the linear accelerator room is something that brings this machine. If I come as a patient, I will die when I see that thing. So we needed to bring something that makes a little bit more sense and comfort for the patient when that happens. So wood and colors and green and all of that in a very technical, very highly technical environment it is important for the treatment of patients. Similar way in all of the infusion areas, we have wood and glass so the nurses can see through, but provide a lot of privacy to the patient. These doors slide, but as well they open completely in case of emergency. So all of that is important, and light fixtures are very treated in a different way, so that we don't see these things when the patient walks in this area. They are sensitive to light, they are sensitive to cold and all of that. And every patient has a, right here, this is above each one of the seats, we have a radiant heat panel because they get cold. So we have all of that. And all of these, instead of being looking to the nurses, we put everybody looking to outside, because that way you don't feel that you are in an environment that is all healthcare. This is the pet center as well, similar treatment on the sides. This one is a proposed building for Aurora University. Is music by the lake, and the design is based on existing what happened and what was there in Aurora University, where it used to be the big round area. But this is like a Ravinia style thing. We have 900 seats under the canopy, and these are garage doors that open so you can sit and listen to the concert on their side. Some people come and listen to the concerts on via boat and so on. And this is the Widow's Walk, normally what happens when in a lighthouse. But in this case is to have receptions and fundraising for the university. When you have a specific concert and an artist, it will be really cool to have this and looking at Lake Geneva. So this is from, and there is from Lake Geneva, the view from Lake Geneva that way. And this is the building, and you see all of this. Right now there is a tent in this, and eventually someday will happen. Rock Valley College, and I think I saw somebody from Rock Valley College here, no. This is the first LEED Gold certified building in the community college, in the community college system in Illinois. Rock Valley College has 2 now. This is and we are in the process of working on the 3rd one and working on the 4th one at the moment. So this building is completely different from what you see normally in the college. Very dark buildings and very good buildings, but they need. We have the most beautiful campus for the community college, and we had all of those. When you go inside of those buildings, you don't see what happens in that. So we did this to open, and all of the classrooms and the corridors are very open and clean. This is the old building, and we took some of the light, the windows here, use a reflector and use this wall so light reflects this way and this way. So even when we turn these lights off, you have a very nice, we are in the basement right now, right there. So you have a lot of use that way. Good classrooms for conferences and all of this. The renovation, changing all of the lighting, new lighting. This is the second LEED Gold certified and it's also in Rockford, as the Jacobs College, the JCSM as known. This building has an interesting feature, and this building produces more heat and cooling energy than it consumes. We have in this side of the building, we have 240 geothermal wells, 350 feet underground, so they have a continuous loop, and in combination with a chill bin system, that is what provides the heating and cooling for the building. The excess heating and cooling that produces is transferred to this building classroom building 1 that is now on renovation. And it is a very natural environment. We clean all of the creek. The creek had not been cleaned since the 1960s. So we did open all of that. So biology classes could happen in the creek as well. This is the connection to the classroom building number 1. The outdoor classroom is located here. All of the geothermal wells are in this area, in the grass, and some in the parking lot. We have photovoltaic glass. This is purely for exercise and for teaching exercise. Doesn't produce a lot of energy, doesn't produce a lot of things, but we are teaching the principle that we need to be thinking about that in the buildings that we do. We need to be thinking that although this is not extremely efficient at the moment, this is the way that we need to do. We need to use our earth and the resources that we have been given responsibly. The sun and the earth with the geothermal and how we do that saves a lot of energy, and buildings are the main culprit in energy consumption in our country and in the world. The interior of this is, we have to play as architects, and we like to do things that are a little bit different sometimes. All of these corridors have no columns. Everything is hung from the roof, so the college also has all of this area and the first floor for fundraising and events and things that they want to do that way. But more importantly, the stairs that go here and the corridor that happens in here, we have all of the chemistry labs open. Those are bulletin boards to community members and to the users of this building, because chemistry and all of this, the health sciences, are where a lot of the future jobs are going to be. So people are afraid of taking chemistry classes. People are afraid of taking the high brain activity classes. So we need to open those to see that there is fun things happening there, and that we encourage people to do that. The same thing with the math corridor. We have the classrooms for the teaching math here, and we have, so all of the classrooms are here. The teachers, the professors are in this area, and these are fractal trees. And if somebody knows what a fractal tree is, it's a type of art, and where the maximum component is equal to the minimum component. So it's a reproduction of that. It's a mathematical equation that reproduces the tree in that way. And we have areas where the students can do homework here or study in these areas, but right there before they go into the classroom. And we have the regular classroom that teaches, and we have lights that basically, this is the teaching wall, and the lights on these are turned on and off in this way, so we can have all of this off and illuminate the teaching wall, or we can have this off and only the back on, so if a presentation occurs, you don't have light in here. These are the labs, and those who, if you know Rock Valley College, have all of this California Gothic style, which is that. So that from the parking lot continues with the same image of the college, but in the other side is the glass and open to the creek and open to the campus. Right now we are very close to start construction on the remodeling of classroom building number 1. The JCSM is in this side here. This is the bridge connection.